You need a 10-digit account number. I'm borrowing this. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Without paying $300. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I should add in case something happens to me, which I highly doubt, but it's really hard to say at this point. Like, let's just put it like I have reason to believe that someone does not appreciate me exposing all this. Exposing, like, I haven't even really gotten to the weeds yet. Like, I need to have an overview of everything, and our statutes will like wormhole to the other statutes, and then our constitution fucking probably, I mean, obviously one of the most important ones. It'll be like, as authorized by law. Well, how about you fucking direct us to the actual statute that is defining this important. No, fuck. And then like the penal code, the chapter or title 6, crimes and offenses, doesn't mention the word penal code once. Like, call it crimes and offenses. Am I missing something here? Like, one thing I learned today was the Constitution of the United States. Unless my computer is being manipulated in very, very sophisticated, which it is. And I should mention one thing that really fucking made me so upset. This shit pisses me off like so badly. I open up Logic Pro to start making music and not fucking worry about this shit, they I hate saying that, but all of a sudden there's a touch bar and it will bring up a piano roll so you can play on it usually. But like, that's pretty standard. It's like a fixed button. I don't know how to explain it. That's supposed to be there essentially, and then all of a sudden it's just gone. Like, just to fuck with me. It's not because of any, like, no new software was added. It hadn't been open to my extent, although I yeah, it hadn't been opened as far as I know, or anything. Like, nothing had been changed on it. And I should mention, I've seen lots of glitches on Logic Pro. Like, that shit crashes all the time. Never in my entire 8, 9, 10 years and over fucking 10,000 songs have I encountered the piano roll been missing. Like, so I don't know. The computer thing is what has got me shook. And since our government doesn't cut it, and for people in my position that just want to get to the bottom of shit for real, like, get to the bottom of shit to prevent things like 9/11, fucking insurance fraud that occurs daily, unethical business practice spanning all industries really. But and like, I look at the Julian Assange thing where he gets incarcerated and can't even fucking say his name at trial. 16-year-old hacking into government records and exposing over 2,000. Like, one of them was Black Ops hit list of extrajudicial planned killings. Like, pretty sure, I don't know, do your own fucking research, but you're telling me he couldn't even say his own name at trial? Like, for publishing this to the public, that, like, the government and I think about the things that I've tried to expose and that I've done my absolute best to explain their significance and implications, if not addressed. And the pushback I got from that is like, I don't know what to think about it, but the government's been shut down. Like, I go to the IC3 FTC website, something like that, to report these fucking evil, like, backdoor tricks that these credit reporting agencies are doing, these collections agencies are doing, for charges that I never even fucking heard of, seen before. Like, I called one collection agency to inquire about it. They said, so one of them was somewhat legitimate, I don't know. Not at all, but I definitely went to the hospital. I definitely got bills from it. Definitely entered a payment plan. Definitely had to go out of my way to update my payment method for the payment plan because their system's updating. Update the payment, no problem. Time goes on, and eventually my card will stop working, but in a weird way. Like, I'll have to insert the chip twice, and then it'll say prompt me to swipe. But if I go to swipe first, then it won't work. It'll be like insert chip first. So then, what finally made me need to get a new card was I went into this grocery store with touchscreens, big touchscreens, shit like that, but also a different register with a regular computer. So the first, on putting it in, the entire fucking computer shut down. The entire register just went, not that sound, but blue screen, Windows, and it had to be shut down. So the person there said, no, alright, that's weird. Like, I'll get you on this one. Went to the second one, boom, same thing, instantly on the regular register connected to a regular computer. Explain that, for real. Explain that. So, like, you fucking can't. Like, no, please, someone explain that. But anyways, I order a new card, and in the course that it takes for me to get that new card, my payment plan fails its automatic payment. Time goes by, maybe, like, it could not have been longer than a month though. I go to try to update it, and it's disappeared. I'm all confused and get a letter in the mail with the collections. I call them, and I'm like, first of all, why did the regional medical center even send that fucking bill to collections without proper notice? Like, they didn't say anything about pay this, buy this. Like, they didn't say fucking anything. They just sent it, no notice. I called the collections agency. They I forget if it was an email or a call or a text or a letter, but I call them because I'm like, this is not fair. I need to dispute this. They direct me back to the medical center. The medical center is like, oh, we don't do disputes. Like, back to the credit agency. I'm like, how is this? When was this even? They tell me that I got a verification text September 9th. On my life, never received anything remotely similar. Some other weird shit too, but I go to report that, like, government websites are shut down, like the government shut down, shit like that, you know. I don't know. Anyways, I would encourage everyone to look at the statutes, look at those editor's notes, Try to call your legislators, see what they think about it. I called someone earlier today. They said they'd get back to me. They haven't yet. I was also like, no, that the editor notes say that literally so constantly throughout the entire book. Fucking, it's littered with it. She kept on being like, but what statute? What statute? I'm like, listen to me. They're fucking everywhere. What are the printed acts that the subsection not included in this edition is referring to? And let's, okay, just to entertain that for some reason, how come the one that I was specifying had, there's no subsection B as it appears in the printed acts, but the printed acts going back to where we could recover that those subsections had multiple other ones that were not listed? That's not legal. That's not, I'm fucking where? Like fucking where? Last time I checked, they have an obligation to provide the general public with, oh, thank God I'm still recording. And okay, so during COVID, we've got 200,000 LLCs being registered to a single address to collect COVID relief. There's like surety insurance that doesn't require licensure but somehow can envelop property and casualty insurance, life insurance, shit like that. There's like subsidiaries of insurance companies that can be basically formulated with on a whim. Like, there's apparently there's no indexing system, so people can put insurance into trusts. That way the National Association of Insurance Commissioners database can't index it. And I don't know, I just think about what the worst people would do and look at the state of events and what's behind them, and everyone surrounding me in general, like their reluctance to consider things like 9/11, things like fucking the 2008, there was like $15 trillion of insurance payouts for the fucking bank. And what laws are leaving these open, you know? Is it even, because if they're just putting in subsections that they're hiding from the general public, which it sounds crazy, but what other conclusion can you come to? Like, please. There's also things in the Constitution concerning, let me just, yeah, I don't know. I will post that when I was about to go get to Facebook, Instagram, all that shit, but